Hello everyone, Jalen here from Team Burning Infinity, and I am so sorry about all the no content and such. I'm sorry. It's just that I have the day I'm recording this, I have 2 days until my first AP exam. Then I have to take one next week, and then I'm finally free from all of the hardship and all of my school right now. Like school is just, and I'm already finally done with my college course, and I, like my semi-college course, and I just want to be relieved of all this responsibility for a moment so I can focus on Buddyfight and the channel and such things like that. And I'm sorry for not putting up shit. I can't because I have a life that I have to eva- like keep I have to attend to my responsibility before I can do any kind of fun shit. I'm trying to help Devlon for his birthday, which was April 28th, 27th. And I'm trying to finish my wizard deck. Jake's using dungeon most likely, and he's using my dungeon enemies, and I don't frankly care because I'm not using them at the moment. And I'm trying to just get through all this stuff, and then at the same time I'm gonna have to now, like, basically I'm gonna be flooded for like 2 weeks from today and so on with work. Then I can finally focus on Buddy Fight, but then I have like 3 or 4 weeks after these weeks to be prepared for the event. So I'm just trying to get myself together at the same. I'm trying to get my life together and my mental prowess in Buddy Fight together at the same time, which is just tiring and annoying. I wanted to initially do a Fight Me episode or do something fun, but I can't do this without getting some shit off my chest since I've been doing some serious thinking. Honest, this is, if you haven't read from the title for some reason, this is a Buddy Fight rant about the community. I don't hate the community per se. I hate how it's going from the glimpses I've seen and all the stuff that's been going on. Now, I haven't paid in 100% to the community as I've been doing for the past few weeks. In the few weeks you haven't seen anything on the channel, but I have seen enough to know where I'm starting to get disgusted at the community. There's people just net decking anything they see online. They'll go like, who has a good deck list up so I can just copy it, or somebody's just like ripping on someone's deck list because they don't play the same way they do. Everyone's like not understanding how to cooperate. Then there's like just a huge amount of terrible players. I'm sorry, but when I'm playing against most people on Buddy Fight area for the Fight Me episode or even off screen, lots of people aren't that smart. People doing huge misplays. They don't know rulings. They they like don't know the even basic rules of the game. Like I've had many games where I didn't upload them because people were doing so many misplays that I didn't want you guys to see. Now, because if I know myself, if I showed it, I would just say they did this misplay, they did this misplay, they should have done this, they should have done that. But then someone's gonna rip on me or say I'm being too judgmental and saying I'm doing the wrong thing by not, like, I don't know, saying you should have done this, you should have done that to the player, and rather than just publicize and make it look like they're stupid. I'm not trying to make anyone look stupid. If someone's looking stupid, that's their fault. I'm not glorifying it. I'm just showing what happened and the facts of what the fuck went down. I don't care that someone is misplaying. I'm caring that most people are misplaying. I care not about the individual in the community, I care about the community as a whole. There are tons of people in the community that are doing terrible as players. I see horrible deck lists somehow get to like top spots at like tournaments, and that's, I just feel like then the tournament scene's not looking good because if these deck lists make it up, I don't care if it's like someone saying they're being innovative, they're using 4 black armor or 4 demon way Kurikara. That means they're smart. No, it fucking doesn't. It means that the either they're a number of different factors, but the main thing that is there is that there aren't enough good players taking them down, or not enough good players taking the like being in the top slots of tournaments. Like like all these like Joel does it in all his buddy fight breakdowns of just deck lists where shit is very questionable. 4 black armor, only 2 midnight shadows, 1 fucking like black dragon shield or something, like like zero fucking death gazes, like very low size 1 count, like just numbers of flaws that you can apparently see, but people don't look at it like there's a flaw. They look at it like this person was innovative, now everyone should be different with their deck. Now that is true, some people should try and be different with their deck list, that's smart, but that doesn't mean don't steer away from what is right just because people won't be expecting it. That's like saying I should play only size 1 based armor dragon deck because people always expect, if I'm playing generic armor dragons, to be playing drop arms and drum bunker dragon or something, or extreme sword for 3 critter, or Jomadar for AK power. It's like, be innovative, only use size 1s, and even play dragon barrier so you can trick them and think that they do have size 2s and above, or something. Like, nothing stupid like that. It's just that most of the community is just getting disgusting. Like, people are being even wrongly accused of stuff because everyone's scared because it's still a fresh game, only a year old or so, and and there's still negative stuff happening, of course, in any community. But, like, I didn't want to bring this up, but, like, Joey was banned from the North American Future Card Buddy Fight group. I don't want to talk about it because it's something stupid, but it's something that needs to be addressed about the community. Okay. Only thing that I can tell you is what happened. Joey has lost stuff in the mail, or not Joey has lost it. Stuff got lost in the mail for his trades, or sometimes he forgets, and so people labeled him as a scammer, saying he was trying to take advantage of them, saying always send first and shit. Okay. Reasons I didn't like that he was banned were not even because Joey was banned. I didn't really care that Joey was banned. I love Joey. He's my friend. He's a great friend of mine. But the thing that bothered me was that we, as the team, Devlon, CJ, Jake, and myself, couldn't post anything on the group because we're associated with Joey. One of the admins, who was a good friend, didn't want someone who is a group or any person related with a scammer that Joey was labeled to be advertising ourselves, because then we'll all get banned. If we post any TBI content on North American Buddy Fight group, we will get banned, which sucks. Now, none of you, and I repeat, none of you call out any of the fucking admins. I'm not telling you their name, I'm not telling who did it, and I'm not saying fucking help Joey get... First of all, Joey's not even in card games anymore, and he's technically not a part of TBI. So he's not associated with us anymore. He's just our good friend, and we don't really fucking care, because I'm not going to try and fight for, yeah, let me post my content when I'm putting up a stream, or let me post a video about a deck profile or any advice. I can do that on other Buddy Fight groups that I'm a part of. Losing that access to one group isn't going to kill us. What kills us is that we're being punished for being associated with our friend, which just pisses us off. But I've gotten over it. It happened like last year. I don't fucking care anymore. It's just that that's how sensitive the I'm using it as an example because that's how sensitive people are being about like everything in Buddy Fight. If something slightly goes wrong, shit has to get immediately like fucking turned on crazy bullshit that no one can control when shit gets out of hand. I don't want anyone messing with the NA group saying something's wrong with it. I still use it to look at card reveals that I've not been keeping up with and and people asking for advice, and I'm even being tagged constantly for people's advice on Magic, Darkness Dragon World, and other worlds. I mean, I'm only fruition with the mostly worlds I'm associated with or I've used before. Like I'm pretty good, decent still with understanding Dragon World. I understand Danger World because not that hard of a world to understand. And then there's, of course, all the worlds that I play that I know immensely, like Dungeon, Darkness, Dragon World, and Magic World. But I can't feel myself just accepting that people don't know how to play decks or how to, I don't know, build a deck, and people just being really defensive about just about everything they do. Like, I'm gonna play 4 Armor Knight Bahamut. If you don't like that, fuck you, and shit like that. Like, or if someone plays like Ar- Armor Knight Cobra, I don't fucking know. Like Armor Knight Drake in like Armor Knight Armor Knight Black Drake, Red Dragon, or whatever the fuck, like some really shitty like size 3 or something, and then gets on defensive when people start saying you should take it out. Like, no, it does this, fuck you, and then they start like getting in arguments and threads, and every time I see it, like any deck list being posted and someone like even puts that question on the bottom, advice, question mark, people will give advice, then for some reason they're so fucking defensive, then it turns into a huge argument, and everyone's fucking mad for some reason now. It's just like, you asked for advice, you should have been ready to hear some criticism, but I guess not. And every person is just getting stupid and defensive in the community about every single thing they do. And I just can't stand it. I can't stand the amount of like bad players I see on Buddyfight area. I want to help them, but I can't help everyone. See, when people say like, why don't you like give them advice at the end of the game? Either they'll leave the game and I can't give them the advice and they'll be off, or they're mad or they rage and they get off Buddyfight area. So I'm not going to give them any advice because they're just going to be salty. Or I can't help everyone. If I help out one person, then other people are going to expect my help, and I can't help the entire Buddyfight community with what's wrong with it. The only thing I can advise for the Buddyfight community to get better is to not be so defensive and accept criticism. 2. Understand your deck and understand how to build it, and look at every card and evaluate if it's going to work. 3. Think about your plays before you just start slamming cards on the fucking field. And lastly, and this is one I've done most of the time, do not, and I repeat, do not criticize a player based on one game you've seen them do. If I saw Austin like get mollywopped 2-0'd by a fucking Purgatory Knights player, I'm not gonna say, Austin, man, you've lost your touch. You're so garbage at the game now. I'm not gonna say that because I know he's a good player. Yeah, he's trolly and extremely energetic most of the time, but he's that kind of guy, and I'm not gonna try and ruin his mood because he had one loss. And people should not just do that. I mean, I hate to do this as like the closing part is, but I respect Joel, Tim Power Gamer, and even the other Yolen goers, even though some people haven't liked how egotistical they are, or elitist, if you may say. I've even thought they were elitist at points, but as I slowly look at their content and think about how they think about things, they're just thinking in a more practical aspect, and everyone's taking it as they're a bunch of pompous douchebags. Now, I don't agree with that. I think they're all okay guys. I'm not gonna go out and flat say they're the best people to go to for advice, because they do tend to get a very, very opinionated, but think that's law. But one thing, and this is not to call them out or anything, but this I thought similar to everyone else on one stream, and only one stream of Yolen goers, that I thought this. When they were watching a Buddyfight stream as people were playing the game, and as people constantly did miss what they perceived as misplays, or even I could even show, deemed were also misplays. Now that I look back at the footage. Some were misplaced, some were different ways of handling a situation, but it was still effective. But due to their opinion, they believed that it was wrong, so it was pretty bad how they just flat out would say, like, this person's garbage, I don't know why they're not running this car is trash, their deck is trash, why is this in here? Now, there are questionable stuff that any player can have in their deck. Like, if I see a red dragon shield in a deck, I want to slap someone because I think it's stupid. But if it works for them, then I don't fucking bitch at it. But if there's reasonable amount, if there's a reason, there's always got to be a reason for chaos. There's always got to be a method to the madness for some things. So I don't always perceive someone who's playing something weird or different from how I would run it a bad player. I think they're weird. If I notice they do a ton of bad plays, then I'll say they're a bad player. But then, even so, I shouldn't think that, because I should also follow my own advice where you shouldn't deem someone a bad player through one game. I hope you guys liked this video, even though I was very, very rude from what I can see from your perspective. But I still hope you can like the video if you can understand where I'm coming from. Please comment down below your own thoughts about the community, or if you think I'm at any way, shape, or form right about what I'm saying here. And please subscribe to TBIJalen for more Buddyfight content. It's not usually just morbid when I do content, but I just had to get this off my chest as I'm going through some serious shit in my life. So I'll see you guys later. Jalen from TBIJalen going out.